Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, and my brother Sean Ali of Supreme Health and Wellness. And we are coming on today for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour. Our Health and Wellness Power Hour. So as you come in, go ahead and share the video for us. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. How are you, Brother Sean? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. All is well. All is well. No complaints. You
That's
know,
right.
no misunderstandings or none of that good stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
As they say,
you know.
our hearts and minds are clear.
Yeah. I was looking for the book. I'm
Right.
sorry. I was looking for the man. I got. I guess what they say about the clutter and all that good stuff. I mean, but I don't know because it's not dirty. It's organized. I
It's
mean, if you was looking for something, you
organized
probably wouldn't.
chaos.
But no, I mean, if you was looking for something, you probably wouldn't find it because you wouldn't know where I put it. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if I was to tell you, I could accurately describe for you to go find. You know what I mean? Like I would like go over there, right there, boom. You know what I
Right.
mean? But so and it's like when you in that motion, sometimes order is second, not sometimes. Motion is always first, and then
Right.
comes order. So
Exactly.
right. So I'm just in motion. That's it.
Like,
I'm just
look,
in
take a
motion, man.
pause for the cause.
Yeah. This is the pause I'm taking
Right.
for the health and wellness. That's
Power.
why it's like, okay, I know where the rest of my stuff. This is this. So it's like, okay, I'm pausing for this, and it's like, oh man, boom, okay. But everything's right here. It's all good. So it's all good.
Yes, sir. Praise
Yeah.
be to Allah.
Praise be to
So,
Allah.
yes, our topic is how to get an extension of time. And what sparked this is I was reading yesterday, and I sent it to Brother Sean too. I was reading in The Fall of America. If you don't have this book, go to store.finalcall.com and pick it up. But on page 61, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says the American so called Negro has been made out of himself and kind by the white Americans. He must now be reformed. In fact, God has promised him a new body.
Mm,
God has promised him a new body.
mm,
So that is an extension of time, and we have all the tools to do that, with How to Eat to Live,
hmm
books 1 and 2. We have been given those tools. So we want to get into that, how to get an extension of time. What does that involve? What does it look like?
mm.
And yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's deep book. Yeah. I mean, shoot. I'm learning. I'm listening.
Yes,
I
as
got.
I
I'm
was
taking notes.
talking with a friend of mine, brother Assad Muhammad, we were discussing that. If the God we serve can regrow teeth, right? And I was like, sure, I'm getting a new body. I want a new body. And then the following day, I read what I just read from Fall of America on page 61. He promises us a new body, but it's
Hmm
not abracadabra, spooky, or anything like that. It's going to be a process of changing the way we think, what we eat,
Mm,
all of that.
mm. Okay. I'm listening.
It's,
I'm
it's
listening. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, I need you to
Woo.
double that to you, brother Sean.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
shoot.
So
I'm
it
saying,
starts with our thoughts because he said, and you probably know that page by heart, but he says that we kill ourselves daily by the way we think, by the way we eat and by the way we drink. So it's going to start with our thoughts and getting control of our thoughts and learning how to rise above those emotions that may spin out of control and put us on a lower vibration, which creates a cascade of chemicals that, you know, can eventually wreak havoc on our mind, our body, and our spirit. So it starts right there with our thoughts. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad also said we can eat the best of foods, but if we don't get the results that we're looking for, it's because of the way we're thinking.
Yes. True indeed. True indeed. True indeed.
Yes.
Wow.
So.
And I mean, you know, science, you know, we are so far, and I say we, I mean white people too. The total population is so far removed from science that regular normal things seem miraculous. Like as you were saying, God making our teeth grow back, right? If you look at the skull of a baby, right? All of the teeth are in the jawbones.
Right.
So because when one falls out, another one comes up. Right?
Yes, sir.
The only thing that could interfere with that now is the lifestyle. Thinking wrong, eating wrong, drinking wrong, that solidifies because bones are spongy and they are not brittle. They're not as hard. They got flexibility like a baby. You because all of us that had babies, we done bent the baby up. We done folded them, boom, and you be like, wow, could you be amazed at how they get they're just so flexible, right? And then so you know, you changing the baby, and I'm not saying this ain't nothing nefarious but we've all that had a baby, most of us have bent the baby some type of way, stretched this baby, and the baby was not hurt. They laughing, giggling, because they are flexible. They aren't like they haven't created the lifestyle like we have.
Yes.
See, you feel what I'm saying? So now when something happens at that stage, it seems miraculous because we are so far removed, even though you will quote, the body is designed to heal itself. See, that ain't got, that don't have, the only thing that has to do with God is he created the law that is under.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's just the cycle. My lifestyle is the key. As you like you said with our thinking, our eating, and our drinking, right? That's what causes your disease, your sickness, your imbalance, unless you were born with it.
Right.
Right. You so if you heart disease, the number one cause of death, clogged arteries is the number one cause of heart disease. Look at how we die. Number one cause of death, and this is like what 60-something% of the people is heart disease. The number one cause of heart disease is clogged arteries. What? If you're not born with clogged arteries, how do they become clogged? So if your arteries are clogged, that means oxygen, the nutrients can't get to the places in your body that it needs to go. So that place will die because it's no longer receiving life. This is called necrosis. You're dealing with an injury or a dead, injured, dying cell that wasn't on program, so the body can't get rid of it. That's why they have to operate and cut those type of injuries off.
Wow.
Okay. You get gangrene. Yes. It's not programmed death. The body's like, oh, And it doesn't. So, and if you don't know how to create that lifestyle that causes the body to be able to go and repair that, the only thing you're left with is we got to cut this off, because it's having a domino effect. It's not. It'll start with the tip of your finger, but if you don't know how to stop it on your own, it's gonna keep till you lose your finger, then you lose your hand, then you lose your forearm, then the closer it gets to your heart, you will lose your life.
Right.
Same thing with gout, diabetes that start in the toes. You know, those, you know what I mean? You lose your toe, you lose your foot, then you lose your up to your knee, up to your hip. Hey, if you don't change your life, the whole way, they're like, stop doing what you're doing. It's not them. Only thing we could do is cut off the dead part, stop the necrosis. You change your lifestyle.
Yes.
You see, but you don't. So you just keep losing. We all probably know somebody like that, right?
Exactly. So, and what is that scripture in the Bible? If your arm or leg offends you,
cut it off. Yeah. In the eye, pluck it out.
Right, cut it off.
Yeah. Woo! Come on. See, and that's it. You know, so because when we looking at God, and I know God has gotten me through situations, right? So I'm not discounting God, but when it comes to this, if the God that we are praying to, he gave us these. The messenger says, hold up. When we ate to live, when we did the things there was no doctor bills, there was no doctor visits, we didn't have nothing in our medicine cabinet. Right. He said, as soon as we broke that, we to the doctors. He's describing himself.
Yes, sir.
So when we look, if this is, it doesn't matter what God you believe in, right? There's not a person with any illness, disease, or sickness that's the heart disease. How can nobody can't touch you and unclog your arteries? They got a machine. They're going to stick it through your arteries, and it opens up, and they pull that plaque out. Mm-hmm. Right? There is no divine intervention when it comes to health and wellness, because it's up to us. We have to get up and exercise. We have to get up and go get the sunlight. We have to get rest at night. We have to just take a bath every day. We have to eat right. Right.
Exactly.
Right? If you don't, you just like if you don't take a bath, you're going to stink. You're going to increase your chances of a bacteria infection, ringworm, things like, right? So exactly. It's no divine intervention with that.
Right. Your divine intervention. Get up.
Right. And I'm not attacking, and I'm not saying that because brother said, that's a point where people call me as a healthcare practitioner. Like I'm usually the last stop. I'm not an MD. I'm not none of that. I have my bachelor's of science. I have my practice. I know what I'm talking about, but I'm usually the last stop. They done went to their local doctor, their primary care physician, right? So I'm not first on the list. But when they get to me, they like, bro, I've been praying. I don't know what to do. Ain't no divine intervention. Ain't no divine intervention.
Right. Once we've been given
you did.
Yes. The knowledge.
Tools. What you say, sis? The messenger said, man, people write me and say, hey, I'm not getting the results that you said. Because in here, page 102 says the main purpose of this teaching, how to eat to live, is to prolong your life. So we got this. Page 161 of How to Eat to Live, book 2. It says that in the Bible, and it's supposed to be from Jesus, that when God comes, he comes to take away death. Right. And to give you life and life more abundant. See, that's where that's at in that's in the How to Eat to Live, right? And he says he cannot do this without regulating our dietary habits.
Right.
See, you got to do the work. He gave us the blueprint. Look. The first, before we even open up the book, this is the foreword. The introduction to book number 2. I want to read this, man, because this is the key. See, all over the world, they slowly but surely have gravitated to some type of aspect of teaching out of this book, whether it's intermittent fasting, whether it's the one OMAD diet. See, the world is, because after all else fails comes Islam.
Right.
Bam. See, the number 2 actual cause of death is poor diet over the world. That's number 2 behind smoking. So the world doesn't know how to eat to live, man. That's why it can catch your fancy with all of these diets, because the world is looking for how to eat to live. But they're looking at what to eat. They're looking from a food, a superfood. Oh, this, a kale is this, it's sea moss. Right. It's always a cycle of a new food. Moringa, right. All of these foods have had their, right. Exactly. But it's how. Okay, yes, you got the right food, but what time do you supposed to eat it? You see what I'm saying? How many times a day are you supposed to partake in it? You feel me? Like, okay, when you chew your food, are you chewing it enough? So these are some of the things of how that if we don't apply it, we're gonna be right. If we could write the messenger, we'd be like, hey, I tried it. I'm not getting better. Hey, where's your thinking at? Exactly. Your mental. So look right here. This is going into it because this is on fasting. The world is fascinated now with fasting, right? And we know where it come from. But look, this is page 48 of How to Eat to Live, book 2. This is what the messenger said. The originator. He didn't originate fasting, because you can find fasting in the Bible and in the Quran. But how it's applied today, intermittent fasting, the OMAD diet, that's these. You won't find any of that language. You find it from the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right? So, exactly. Okay, now look what he says on the topic. He said, we the righteous must fast as long as we are present and among the unrighteous, right? But the preceding sentence, he says, in the hereafter, when all people will receive rewards of goodness, right? Who have earned it, who see the hereafter, there will be no fasting. So as you began the discussion and you were talking about the promise, see, the promise, the things we have to do now for health and wellness is mainly based upon the company that we are surrounded by. So in the future, when we aren't surrounded by the negative, there ain't gonna be no fasting. We ain't gotta do all of that stuff. So now we have that ability, see, that promise of that regrowth, that regeneration, that renewal. It can happen because we will be free. See what I'm saying? Okay, see, listen, but currently, to get there, because this is physical. This is not metaphysical. This is not no spiritual awakening, no mental awakening. This is physical, man. You need to keep your physical body here long enough so when that technology can be revealed. See, if it's revealed now, one of us ain't gonna do nothing but give it to them. Exactly. So as he said, look what he say, right? Look what he say. He says, in the hereafter, when all people will receive rewards of goodness. Look, reward. Look at it. See? Okay. What your reward is will be what you ask for.
Right.
You ain't gonna want what I want. See, I was born with a defective heart. I had a heart attack at 19. I died. I laid in the hospital for 3 weeks. All praise is due to Allah. I was in the army. Not that I was in the army, but I was in the army. I was in formation. I was surrounded by people who could respond quickly to save my life. Instead of being home in the hood with waiting on the ambulance, take an hour to get there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I had quick response. Boom. From the minute I was out to them putting that nitro pill, bringing me like, whoa. Like, what happened? He was like, you was gone. That's what happened. So wow. It's something I was born with. You feel me? So at 19, they told me, this white doctor, look, we sitting out in the courtyard because I'm in the military. So I'm in a military hospital. And he's like, young man, there's nothing we could do. You were born this way. So this is what you have to do if you want to live. All of the foods that I ever ate in my life, because I had a bland, no seasoning, no sodium, like white people cooking diet. Like, so everything and I'm only 19. So I had a choice. Good thing I love myself to where I stopped all of that stuff, right? And then shortly thereafter, I was blessed to find somebody gave me this. Now I'm
what a blessing. That was divine intervention.
Okay, but that's it. That's it. With the FOIMGT, they're just being able to be seen, to know that there's an option. So when I'm ready to save my life, because you have to save yourself, self-save, right? You see what I'm saying? So because it's your choice. Everybody doesn't want to live the same amount of time. So page 52 of How to Eat to Live book 1 says he desired to extend our lives past a short span of 62 to one of 1,000, or for as long as you desire to live, because you might not want to live to 1,000.
Right, exactly.
So when we got tired of living, we broke the dietary laws. I don't want to live. I'm done, y'all. We had a party.
5, 6 meals a day.
But we had a party. Hey, y'all, look, man, I'm finna to go. I'm done. I'm tired. I don't want to live no more. It wasn't because you ain't going to die suddenly if you stop eating wrong. That's a timeline, right? So I'm ready to go. That's why there was no tragedy in death. There was no sudden deaths. Hey, y'all, I'm ready to go. Whatever age that was. All right, we having a celebration of life. Brother Sean, boom, we going out. Bam. So on that day, y'all, we was prepared. It was enough. All right, bam. I done made children that's going to we ain't even going to get into that. But when we get back to beyond this interruption in our cycle of life, the original people, when we get past this interruption, see, How to Eat to Live gives us the extension of time to get, so your physical body could be here. So the technology, just like you can take your butt to the ER and we be fascinated at the X-ray and we be fascinated at the MRI and at this and this and see, okay, this is there. But okay, what if we got technology? All we got to do is to get this. You got to keep yourself alive. How to eat to live, man. Right. To live to do what? So I can get that promise. What do you mean? Listen, hold on. I'm sorry. You can jump in anytime, man.
Yes, I want to read this.
Go ahead.
From
yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Page 7 of How to Eat to Live, book 2, A Return to Long Life. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, eat to live to bring about a return to perfection and long life, like Noah and Methuselah, who lived
See,
nearly 1,000 years of our calendar, containing
yeah,
365 and one-fourth days. Long life is not enjoyed by eating food which will shorten and destroy life.
that's simple. It's no, you know, that's the first sentence, man.
Right.
That's the first sentence of the book to give you and what you when you anybody that's went to college that's wrote on a collegiate level. The first sentence tells you what to look for in the
Look
book,
for
right?
in the book.
Okay. So if
Everything
you open up
bears witness to that first sentence.
if you open up these books, whether you are a believer or not, it doesn't matter because the world don't believe and they've taken the ask Dr. Sabi. He bears witness that that's what he didn't take all of the teaching because he said he was with us, but he's not. He didn't end. So, but he took some of how to eat to live with him. You know what I mean? So the world has taken this as non-believers. But if you open up these books and if you don't go into them with the expectations of returning, because the minister has given us Dianetics and they teach us how to clear words. It says a return. So if I return, hold up, bam, oh, there goes my perfection. So when we say ain't nobody perfect and none of us, all we got to do is return. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Right.
Woo. Hey, we having too much fun. See, we had some quiet shows the last couple shows. You know, we was low tone, but we was already like this week, y'all, we was already prepared and amped for this show this week, fam.
Right.
Woo.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all praise. Because this is something that both of us in our own personal life we're already trying to achieve before we even met each other. You know what I mean? Like Sister Denise was already practicing how to eat to live. I was already practicing how to eat to live. So when we intertwined on social media, it was like, bam, once we started conversating, it was like, bam, okay, boom. You know, it kindred spirits. Bam.
Right.
You like, okay, so now years later, where people that have known us on the journey will say you look the same or better. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, but don't just compliment us. We got something not just to say.
Right. Yes.
We got businesses, man. We got businesses hooked into this right here, into achieving the goals of how to eat to live. Our businesses are connected.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The thing,
with the aromatherapy, the essential oils, is God's medicine. So it's nothing man-made, so to speak, or you going out there, something you have to really ingest. Just take the top off an oil and just inhale it. You're using one of your senses.
exactly.
One of your 5 senses, which your sense of smell is directly linked to your brain. That's the only one of your senses directly linked to your brain. That a limbic, not the limbic system. Yeah, the limbic system.
Yeah, the limbic system. Yeah, and you're gonna eat to live. All of the things that keep you from doing it. That's because it's not. It's obstacles that we create. There's nobody throwing obstacles in my way. We all have our individual obstacles, but the brain and the influence that these obstacles can have on the brain the solutions are the same. Aromatherapy is an excellent solution to help us to meet and overcome all obstacles in our path. Keeps you level-headed, pulls you out of stress, pulls you out of that emotional hijacking.
Yes.
Right. That amygdala hijacking, right? And it brings you rises you above emotion so you can think.
Yeah, mental clarity.
How long it take?
22 seconds.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like this, and it's in history. Just like we talk about, the difference when we looking at the scripture, there'll be references to the ancient times. Aromatherapy is right there. You can't. The three gifts.
Right.
The wise men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, frankincense, myrrh. Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like that. Those are the gifts of mental, spiritual clarity. Exactly. You feel like, you know what I mean? Right. So if you giving somebody something, that's what the wise men were gifting in scripture. They could have picked anything. Whether it was factual or not. But they could have picked anything as a gift. And at that time, we looking at that time, right? And the things that were available. So imagine how valuable these
frankincense, myrrh, and then gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
You better come and get you some of this.
Right. I have frankincense right here, as a matter of fact.
I put it up every day. I put it in our diffuser. Man.
And this is just good for everything, pretty much. Frankincense, mental health, spiritual health,
and it's not a scenty smell.
No,
you just feel the effect more than you will, because it's not. To me, it's not. I mix it with orange or peppermint because by itself, I don't really go for it. Right. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, yeah. But I feel it even if I do it by itself. Because I'll do frankincense and what's the other one? What's the one, man? I'll do them two together as a cleansing and as my big boys. Tea tree, frankincense, and I'll do clove oil. I'll do these three will be my
You saw my reaction to that combination.
Man. So that's my living room because I'm in a townhouse. So you coming in on the second floor. So that's the main floor. That's my main three. Like when baby girl gets up, this is when bam.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I got one in the bedroom. I do a different one. I'm sorry, go ahead, sis.
I was reading right here about frankincense. It says it stimulates the hypothalamus and pituitary glands to amplify immunity.
The master glands.
Yes.
See, but the hypothalamus controls the pituitary gland. When they first called the pituitary gland the master gland, that was before they discovered the function of the hypothalamus. So when you look because that's important for us to really catch, because the eye would be the thalamus. The pupil, what would be like the pupil in the eye, that's the thalamus. That space around it, that's just it's filled with the fluid. That's the third ventricle. The hypo means below. So what would be the beak would be the hypothalamus. That controls the pituitary glands right below it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's our endocrine system. that's how those are the master. Well, it's real. They call them the master glands, but the hypothalamus is the master gland because that when we look at this is where the thoughts come from, right? The limbic system is right here. So when we either have a thought or an emotion, that hypothalamus, one of the functions of the hypothalamus is to take that thought or that emotion and to translate it. And it tells the pituitary gland which organ or gland to cause a secretion, whether it's the thalamus, right? The thymus or the adrenal glands, the sexual organs, but that's how it works. So when we have that effect on the hypothalamus, that's giving us control over our endocrine system, our hormones. So when you're looking at hormonal imbalance, come on, man, listen to me now. In order to have an hormonal imbalance, your hypothalamus has to be malfunctioning or misused. It can because it's tissue. It can malfunction, or you could be always in a state of stress, having your limbic system activated in a reactionary state, and you don't always triggered, and you don't know how to get yourself out
of it.
22. How long it takes, sis?
Seconds.
Come on, man.
Top off some frankincense and get yourself out of it.
Man, I wake up stressful sometimes. I gotta take care of somebody else. I mean, you gotta wake up and take care, like I have to take care of my child literally before I take care of myself.
Yes.
That's stressful, man. I mean,
I know, right?
And then they be ungrateful. It'd be like, yo,
that's the part right there. That's the part. That ingratitude.
So that's why I settle with these three for my early morning. Bam! I'll be like, you know what?
You said frankincense, clove, and what else? Tea tree.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I gotta get that combination. You just gave me a new one to try.
Now, sometimes, because I love orange and clove. Oh,
yes.
My God. Oh, just like with peppermint and clove, but so but those three are definitely going in there. Depending on whether or not I want to smell the peppermint or the orange, like a little, I'll dash one of them two. But those three, I do that. Then I go jump on my trampoline for about 10 minutes.
Right.
And I switch gear. I switch my nervous system. I switch my endocrine system. Right. So this is how we got to do. We have to take charge of my post in all temple property and view. How do I do that if I'm triggered by stress? If I'm under reaction, if I'm angry, if I'm mad, I'm not rising above emotions and I'm not thinking. So now I have the potential to do something that not only can harm myself and others, but I regret. Oh man, I don't know why did the why me syndrome, so with these sciences, I've learned from you, even though we've shared the aromatherapy, I learned from you just like you when you teach the world. I wasn't practicing it until I met you. I knew about it, but I wasn't doing it. Right. Because I didn't believe in it. I knew it. I'm like, it can't be that serious until you started teaching on it.
Praise be.
You know what I mean? Oh, right.
Yes, sir.
Because shoot. But I'm sorry, go ahead, sis.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. And you inspired me to, continue and get my certification. And I thank you for that because even before that, I was doing all the research to study on my own,
Yeah.
and I knew a lot of, what I got certified for, but to have that official certification, you inspired
Hmm.
me to go ahead and do that. So I thank a lot for that. Thank
I
you.
started to see it was true, and then once I got that first bottle, and I'm like, I didn't even know how to really use, like, it a lot of times we just so used to this
Drinking,
world's, but no,
taking
we
certain,
just, but we used to this world's products. You know what I mean? Like Febreze and all of these other scents and all these other
like,
things. Like,
yeah,
right, even you can clean with essential oils, but we just
right.
so used to this world's products that it's almost unbelievable when we listen to you. It's like, come on, man,
Yes,
because
yes,
we see.
something so simple, right? And then how do I use it? It's aromatherapy. All you have to do is smell it, inhale it. That's the best way to get the
Yeah,
benefit, and it's
yeah.
going to, once you inhale it, it's going to go through your entire body system
Hmm.
within a
Yep.
very short amount of time.
Yep. You
And
just
it
got to
just,
get it in you.
exactly.
You just got, you got, and you don't have to drink it or eat it. Like that's what like. You can literally practice the spirit and the law of how to eat to live, and you can receive. Like if you're going through the day and you need a boost or energy or whatever you think you need, that you can't produce with your own thought. So if you think you need something external, right? And
Right.
like I think I'm hungry. I could smell one of, man, especially this clove oil. Man, shoot.
Look, don't
Woo!
combine clove, nutmeg, and cinnamon. You think you have a bean pie with that.
Ooh. Ooh. And you can soothe that, man.
Right, the
I'm
bean
telling
pie
you, you could
blend.
soothe it. Yeah, you could soothe it, family. Save yourself, man. Because
All right.
if you don't save yourself, if you if we know, because all of us have went to the doctor sometime in our life, right? For something, whatever it was.
Mhm.
And they've given us a list of instructions. Most of us, I'm putting myself there. I didn't follow those instructions. Man, I'm not even taking this. I'm not even filling prescription. I don't even know why he gave me this. I don't take pills. So I'm not doing that. Bam, and it was, I
Right.
didn't go see I didn't follow up with my primary care because I thought I'm good. You know what I mean? So we don't always follow the instructions. So if there's instructions that we know that exist about life, health, wellness, and living a long time, if I don't follow
Mhm.
them, why would I expect God to help me? There's rules to, like, if I don't follow the rules, if I break them, why would I expect somebody to come
Help
and
you out.
intervene when it was my choice? I
Exactly.
know I'm supposed to exercise. Oh man, I ain't going to the gym. Well, if you guys follow me, I tell you, don't go. You don't have to go to the gym. Exercise at home. Just move something. Get your ass up and move. Right? I don't. So because you don't need a gym to exercise to make yourself healthy. But if
Right.
you choose not to exercise, and that is the number 2 way that we kill ourselves, what do you expect somebody else to do?
Exactly.
And if you a Muslim, you go to the Holy Quran. He says Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change
You will
their
see
own heart. Come
themselves.
on, man. How you gonna do that? So I'm just saying, this is the purpose of one of the purposes of the Health and Wellness Power Hour. It's to fill in that gap, man, that health and wellness gap, because you can read that you need the sun. You can read that your body needs your vitamin D, 90% of it must come from the sun touching your skin. This is a scientific actual fact, but you can find doctors, black and white, coming on your screen talking about, oh yeah, go ahead and take the vitamin D3 supplement. How? The science book says 90% of your vitamin D must come from the sun touching your skin. Can you trick your body into thinking it has vitamin D? If you eat it, yes, that's temporary. But for a permanent health, wellness lifestyle, because when you run out of that supplement, what are you going to do? See, so we got black doctors that'll stand up, man, and tell you, oh, well, this is the best one to take. How? When the sun is out there at least 12 hours a day. It says all you need is 15 minutes. You can't give yourself 15 minutes to save your life. What do you expect any healthcare practitioner to do? Because I get these phone calls. You can't, it says 30 minutes out of 24 hours to get up and exercise. You mean you can't do that? What do you expect somebody else to? Because we can't supplement these things. And I'm not beating any, this is passion, because I have to make myself do these things because I want to see tomorrow. I'm not going to bed praying, God, will you intervene so I can make it to tomorrow when I'm going to exercise, breathe right, get sunlight, and eat right, and do all of the things that make sure my body has a reason to wake up. It has no reason not to wake up.
Justify your existence.
If your eye offend thee, pluck it out. If your leg offend thee, cut it off. Oh man, the health and wellness power hour. This is it.
Yeah, let's see. We have Brother Rudy on. Thank you for tuning in.
Brother Rudy. That's the brother Rudy up north?
Up north, yes, sir.
Okay, big brother. Thank you for tuning in.
Brother Edward Young, peace and blessings, family.
Hey, big brother. Yes, sir.
Yes. But, all right, we're gonna put a pin in it right there. I think we covered some great information today.
Something to think about, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. How to get an extension of time.
Yep. All of this stuff we talked about is applicable.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. How to Eat to Live, books 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Get you some sun, move something.
Aromatherapy, de-stress your life. De-stress your life, man. Shoot.
Right. That's half the battle right there.
Shoo. That is the, you ain't got to like, man. You ain't really got nothing. Your kids and your spouse is the only thing else. You done took care of yourself, man. You good. You put yourself on autopilot. Man, I'm trying. That's the next show. Look, tune in. We're going to teach the autopilot, how to put yourself on autopilot of health, wellness, and abundant life, man.
Come on now.
Bam.
Peace.
Muscle memory. Muscle memory. Woo. Yeah.
All right, family. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. And anyone that watches this on the replay, we appreciate you as well. Share the information because sharing is caring. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Peace.